Not a strike, not fully near, just a pressure in the silence that begins to form as fear. And the air don't hold it lightly, it just carries what it brings. Like the world has learned to tremble at the weight of unseen things, yeah. It don't come with broken thunder, it don't tear the sky apart. Just a rhythm slowly rising, like it's always at a start. Every street begins to listen, every window holds its breath, like the quiet understands it better than what's left. There's no place you can escape it, no direction it won't reach. It's inside the very stillness that refuses not to speak. No voice to stop, no hand to hold, just something older than control. And every step you try to take arrives a second far too late. These are the bells of judgment day to night. No hiding, lifting, wrong or right, just something counting what remains in slow and unrelenting frames. Oh, I tried to close my eyes, tried to rewrite every line, but every sound I tried to break just echoed back a deeper shade. The ground don't shake in warning, it just steadies underneath, like it knows the weight is coming without needing to believe. Every face I pass is quieter, every movement slightly slow, like they've heard it long before me and just never let it show. I look for something solid, some excuse to call it wrong, but the sound don't ask permission, it just carries itself along. No truth to fight, no name to blame, just something calling out the same. And every breath I try to hold feels like it isn't mine alone. These are the bells and I can hear them clear. No end in sight, but ending near. No matter how I try to stand, it's already out of hand. Oh, I turned, I tried to flee, but the sound kept following me, and every step I thought was free was part of what was calling me. Now I stand where nothing moves me, let the sound come passing through. There's no fight left in the body, no resistance left to do. And in that final hearing, where the silence meets the ring, I stop searching for the meaning and accept what it will bring. Not a punishment unfolding, not a wrath I can define, just the ending of the distance between everything and time. It ain't a voice from up above, it's what you make of what you love. Every truth you let decay still comes back in its own way, and judgment don't arrive as fire, it moves like something getting higher. So every step you thought was free was always part of what will be. These are the bells I understand, they were never in my hands. No matter how I tried to run, the counting had already begun. Oh, I stood still, I didn't hide, let it echo deep is almost fading, but it never really goes. It just lingers in the places where nobody quite knows. And if you ever hear it starting in a silence you call home, don't mistake it for arrival. It's the end of what you've known. Speaks in wood and broken nails, and hollow halls and winding trails. Every step becomes a sound, like something waking underground. The wind don't knock, it slips inside, through gaps where secrets try to hide. And every breath the walls release feels like it's begging for release. I came back here after all these years to face what time refused to clear. The paint still peels like fading skin from all the things that lived within. The porch leans forward like it knows the weight of every truth it holds, and every window cracked and wide feels like an eye I can't deny. The door still hangs on rusted hinges like it's afraid to let me in, but it opens slow without a hand, like it already understands. And then I heard it start to speak, not words, just rhythm in the creek, a language old as broken beams, built from forgotten dreams. It's the creaking old house calling my name, when nothing here has stayed the same. Every floorboard tells the truth of everything I tried to lose. Oh, I walk, but it walks with me through every room it used to be. And every sound I try to fight just echoes deeper in the night. The hallway stretches longer now than anything I once knew how. The walls lean close then drift away, like they can't decide to stay. A portrait hangs with eyes half blind, still watching from a different time. And every time I pass it slow, it feels like it begins to know. The basement breathes beneath the floor, like it remembers what came before. And every step that leads me down feels like it's pulling me further down. The ceiling sighs, the hinges cry, like something never learned to die. And in that sound I understand, this house was never just a land. It's the creaking old house calling my name, when nothing here has stayed the same. Every floorboard tells the truth of everything I tried to lose. Oh, I walk, but it walks with me through every room it used to be. And every sound I try to fight just echoes deeper in the night. I see my younger self again, standing where the halls begin. But when I reach, he fades to dust, like memory losing trust. The attic hums a broken tune underneath the fading moon. And every box I left behind is filled with versions of my mind. The house don't sleep, it don't forgive, fate in rooms that never learned to wait. And maybe I was never free, just part of its machinery, a voice inside the wood and dust, inside the creaking house of rust. The house still breathes, it still remains through broken walls and hollow panes, and I am just another sound in the creaking old house still bound.
The steeple cracked against the sky, like it forgot how to die. And every bell that used to ring just hung there, deaf and suffering. The wood gave way, the hymn went wrong, and the night turned into smoking song. Stone, but I was never there alone. The preacher's voice had long gone dry, like even faith refused to try. And every prayer I used to trust turned slowly into dust. The stained glass burned in colors red, like every word that I had said was waiting here to be undone by fire. Like something holy I forgot, and every breath I tried to keep just fell into the heat. I left my soul in a burning church that night, under shattered holy light. No savior came, no hand to reach, just ashes where I used to preach. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but the fire learned my name that day. Still burns through empty space. The cross fell down in splintered flame, like it no longer knew its name. And every hymn that once felt true was swallowed by the burning blue. The pews collapsed like broken vows, like faith that finally disavowed the weight of everything I was and everything it does. I stood there still, I didn't move, like I had nothing left to prove, just watching something I once believed turn to embers I received. The roof gave way, the walls gave in, like it was where it all begins. And every truth I tried to say got buried in that grave. I left my soul in a burning church for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No holy and no sacred line, just fire that remembers mine. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it all burned anyway. And every breath I tried to take still carries what I break. The smoke went up like prayers unbound, too lost to ever be found. And in the rising ash I knew there was nothing I could Not devil's hand, not heaven's grace, just me and fire in the place where everything I tried to hide was standing right outside. And when the flames had finally spoke, it wasn't wrath, it wasn't smoke, it was a sound of letting go of everything I used to know. It ain't the church, it ain't the flame, it's everything we failed to name. Every truth we try to shirk still burns inside the church, and souls don't always rise or flee. Sometimes they stay where they should be, till everything you try to trust turns back into dust. I left my soul in a burning church that day, and it never went away. No redemption, no escape, just ashes in its final shape. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but fire doesn't fade that way. And every breath I try to find still burns inside my mind. Now I don't kneel, I don't return, I watch the embers slowly burn. No faith to hold, no truth to clutch, just what I lost in too much. And if you ever hear that sound of wooden faith collapsing down, don't step inside, don't stay too long, or you'll learn that burning song. The church is gone, the night runs thin, but something never left within, and I remain where ashes lurk, where I left my soul in a burning church.
There's a low drum beating in my chest tonight, like a worn out engine barely holding tight. Got a cigarette burn where my past should be, and a trail of ghosts walking next to me. I ain't running fast, just a steady fall. Every mile I take feels like last call. There's a cross in flames in my rearview line, but I never stop, I just take my time. And the night leans in like it knows my pace, like it's got my name in a resting place. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone. Hear the tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead too long. I don't pray, I don't pretend, I just roll till the bitter end. There's a bar still open past 2 a.m. with a broken sign that just says amen. I walked inside, but I ain't feel seen, just a hollow man in a dying scene. Bartender said, you look half gone. I said, hell, I've been since way back when. He just poured me black and slid it slow, like he knew I had nowhere else to go. And the jukebox played something low and thin, like it scratched at the bones beneath my skin. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone. Hear the tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead too long. I don't pray, I don't pretend, I just roll till the bitter end. There's a woman's voice in the backseat still, says my name like a wound I can't unfeel. I don't turn around, I don't check the glass, but I feel her breath every mile I pass. She says, you remember that rainy night? I grip the wheel, but I don't reply, 'cause I see it clear in the passing lights. That moment frozen, that final sight, and the road goes straight, but my mind bends back to a single choice I can't unpack. Every mile I drive just circles in, like I never left where it all began. 82 beats and everyone drags like a nail in time I can't pull back. Engine hum like a dying breath, counting down to a quiet death. Now the gas runs low and the sky turns gray, like the world itself's gonna fade away. There's a sign ahead, but I can't read, just a blur of doubt and the final need. If there's something waiting at the end of this, it ain't forgiveness, it ain't bliss, just a place where the road gives out and the silence swallows every doubt. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the past don't fade and the scars stay dirty. Every breath I take feels borrowed, thin like the dark's already settling in. Hear the engine fade like a last goodbye, under hollow stars in a dead black sky. I don't turn, I don't mend, I just roll to the bitter end. Slow ride, no escape, every mile seals my fate. No light, no release, just a road that never leads to peace. If you see headlights drifting slow at night, but they don't get closer and they don't feel right, don't follow, don't pretend, 'cause some roads don't ever end.
There's a place where branches whisper, even when the wind is still, like they're holding on to something that the ground refuses to heal. And the light falls soft and sideways through the green that never leaves, like it's trying not to witness what the earth beneath receives. I found it without intending, no direction led me here, just a weight that felt like knowing, without needing words or fear. There's no sign to mark the reason, no explanation carved in stone, just the quiet understanding that I am not alone, not in presence, not in meaning, but in something deeper still, like the place itself remembers what it never chose to kill. No voice to call, no truth to break, just something time refuses to take. And every breath I try to give feels like it doesn't want to live. still feels close to you. Oh, I stood there, didn't speak, let the silence turn and reach, and every thought I tried to send just stayed where words begin to end. The earth don't feel like ending, it feels patient, like it waits, like it knows what's underneath it isn't bound by time or fate. Every root above it trembles, but it never pulls away, like it learned to hold the sorrow without ever letting stray. And I thought I'd feel an answer, something sharp or something clear, but there's only quiet presence that refuses to appear. No truth to claim, no past to fight, just something resting out of sight. And every step I try to take feels like I shouldn't wait. There's a grave and it is silent, I can see. It was always part of me, no matter how I tried to go. It stayed in what I didn't know. I tried to hide was always living on inside. Now I don't ask for meaning, let the branches do their part. There's no ending in the finding, just a soft and settling heart. And it isn't something broken, it's just final and it's calm, like a truth that never needed to arrive with any harm. And in that quiet recognition, with no resistance left to give, I stopped calling it a memory and learned the way it lives. It ain't the grave that makes it real, it's what you stop and start to feel. Every silence you allow becomes the ground you're standing now. Trees don't speak in pain, they simply hold what can't remain. So every loss you thought was gone still grows where you belong. There's a grave beneath the willow tree, I know, it never really let me go. No matter how I tried to be, it stayed alive and everything. Oh, I stood still, let the branches start to grieve, and every breath I thought was mine was resting there beneath the tank. Now the wind don't feel like warning, it just moves through what remains, and the willow keeps on bending, like it understands the pain. And if you ever find a quiet where the world don't ask your name, don't assume it's just forgetting. It might be where you came. Blistered hands and a back that hurt. No preaching near, no words to say, just a shovel full of blame. Cicadas sing like they knew my name. Moonlight watched me shoulder the shame. Every sin I tried to outrun came back heavy as a gun. I thought I'd find some kind of peace, but peace don't come that easy. I dug my own grave in Tennessee dirt, paid for my love
what it knows. I walk along through the empty lane where the asphalt cracked like a broken vein. Every window was dark and still, like the houses were waiting to kill. My footsteps echo too loud, too near, like someone else was following here. But every time I turned around, there was nothing making a sound. Just silhouettes that slipped away, like a smoke that forgot how to stay. And I swear I saw them pause and wait, like they were learning how to imitate. The air got cold in a sudden shift, like reality started to drift. And in that space between light and shade, I saw the rules of the world decay. Their faceless shadows in the dead of night, moving where the light can't fight. No eyes, no voice, no human trace, just empty forms that steal your place. Oh, I run, but they follow slow. Wherever I go, they already know. And the more I try to break away, the more I become what they portray. I passed a mirror in an old shop glass, but my reflection didn't pass. It stood still while I walked on by, like it had learned how to lie. It smiled when I did not, like it knew something I forgot. And behind it, shapes began to crawl through the cracks in the mirrored wall. A man appeared in the corner light, but he melted back into the night, leaving only a shifting frame that looked like it remembered my name. The street signs bent like twisted bone, pointing nowhere I've ever known. And every step that I tried to take just fed the shadows wide awake. They are faceless shadows in the dead of night, moving where the light can't fight. No eyes, no voice, no human trace, just empty forms that steal your place. Oh, I run, but they follow slow. Wherever I go, they already know. And the more I try to break away, the more I become what they portray. I saw a crowd at the end of the road, standing still like they'd all been told. But when I blinked, they lost their skin, just outlines where the dark creeps in. They reached for me without a hand, like they were part of the same deadly. And I felt my edges start to blur, like I was becoming one with them there. A voice inside me spoke too clear, saying you've been shadowed for years. And I couldn't tell where I began. hands and a back that hurt. No preaching near, no words to say, just a shovel full of rain. So can to sing like they knew my name. Moon.
The fire's gone, the ash is cold. The sky has done what skies are told. But something lingers in my skin, like it never lets me in. The wind moves through the empty frame, but nothing here feels quite the same. Them clean in river light, I scrubbed them raw through half the night. But every drop just came back wrong, like smoke still knew where it belonged. No matter where I turn or hide, it follows me from the inside. Not flame, not heat, not burning bright, just memory refusing night. The world looks normal, calm and still, but my hands don't know how to heal. I close my fists, I feel it there, like something's crawling in the air. And every breath I try to take just tastes like what I break. My hands still smell like smoke from that night, long after fire left the light. No clean escape, no truth to choke, just ash that never spoke. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but it followed me outside. And everything I try to do still burns a shade of you. The wind won't wash it off my skin, it only spreads it thin again. Like every step I ever made just deepens what I can't evade. The mirror shows me standing there with nothing clean enough to spare. And in the glass I start to see what fire made of me. No wound to show, no scar to trace, just something time won't erase. The sin don't leave, it settles deep, like something buried in my sleep. And every dream I try to keep still burns beneath my sleeve. My hands still smell like smoke for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No water clears, no truth to choke, just memory and smoke. Oh, I tried to pray, I tried to flee, but it stayed attached to me. And every breath I try to find still carries it behind. They say it fades with passing time, but time don't wash away her crime. It only teaches how to hide what still is burning inside. And even when the night is calm, I feel it crawl across my palm, like something waiting to return for everything I learned. Not fire now, but afterglow, the part you never let go. It ain't the flame, it ain't the blaze, it's everything that never sways. Every choice we can't undo still clings to what we do. And smoke don't leave, it only drifts through all the places memory shifts, till everything you try to clean still knows what you have been. My hands still smell like smoke for me, and it's the only thing I see. No washing out, no final coat, just ashes mixed with hope. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stay, but it never went away. And every breath I try to keep
still burns too deep. Now I don't touch, I don't pretend. I let the traces never end. No truth to fix, no past to break. Just everything I can't shake. And if you ever feel that sign on fingertips that aren't quite fine, don't trust the air, don't trust the sky, or you'll know exactly why. The fire's gone, the night runs thin, but something never leaves the skin. And I remain where ember spoke, with hands that still smell like smoke.
The bell's cold, the night is thin, like it knows what I'm sinking in. 6 rounds loaded, no place to run, just me and what I've become. The wind don't speak, it only waits, like it's counting down my fate. And every breath I steal tonight feels like it's the final ride. Slow through empty dust, with a heart half broke and a mind gone rust. No church bell rings, no prayers arrive, just silence where the guilty survive. They said, boy, you can't undo all the blood that's tied to you. But I ain't here for mercy's hand, I'm here to finally understand. The town don't move, it holds its breath, like it's watching me meet death. And every step across the ground feels like a hammer sound. I count the shots before they land, like forgiveness needs a hand. But every second pulls me through to what I know I have to do. 6 shots to redemption in the dark, one for every broken mark. No heaven waits, no devil calls, just echoes bouncing off these walls. Why try to run from what I am? But I'm the product of my damn, and every bullet left to choose is another chance I lose. The first shot ain't forgiveness found, it's just another hollow sound, a ghost of all I couldn't save, reverberating through the grave. The second burns like memory of every face that couldn't be free, and I feel them standing close tonight, not angry, just out of sight. The third one shakes my steady grip, like it knows what's gonna slip. And every truth I tried to hide starts crawling back inside. The fourth one whispers through my chest, says you were never doing your best. And every lie I ever spun comes undone, one by one. 6 shots to redemption in the dark, one for every broken mark. No heaven waits, no devil calls, just echoes bouncing off these walls. I tried to run from what I am, but I'm the product of my damn, and every bullet left to choose is another chance I lose. The fifth goes off, the sky goes still, like it's bending to my will. But I can feel the truth descend. This ain't a start, it's the end. The six is warm inside my hand, like it finally understands that redemption ain't a place you find, it's what you leave behind. And in that second sharp and clean, I see everything between what I was and what I'll be, colliding quietly. It ain't the gun that makes it right, it's the truth you face at night. When every shot you try to send don't erase what won't end, and redemption don't arrive when the body's still alive. It's the moment you confess there was never nothing less. 6 shots to redemption in the rain, but nothing ever kills the pain. No mercy comes, no angels fall, just silence taking on. I tried to be something new, but every shot just led me through to every choice I can't undo. And all 6 shots were still me too. Now the barrel's cold, the night is done. No more counting what I've done, just empty shells and broken sound on unforgiving ground. And if you ever stand like me, with nothing left but what you see, don't trust the gun, don't trust the run. Redemption ain't for anyone. 6 shots fired into the dark, left nothing but a fading mark. And I remain where truth is spun, between the shots I've never undone. The bell don't ring like it used to pray, it just hangs in the air like it's lost its way. Wind crawls slow through broken stained glass, whispering sins from a buried past. The floorboards groan with a hollow sound, like something beneath is still unbound. And every step that I take inside feels like I'm walking through someone's life. The skies were gray, following stories that wouldn't stay. They said the church on the hill still breathes, but it don't belong to the likes of me. The paint was peeling from holy wood, like even God forgot it ever stood. And the sign outside was cracked in two, saying all are welcome, but no one knew. I pushed the door and it whispered back, like it recognized every soul I lacked. Church is alive, and it's watching me. There was a book left open on the stand, with ink like blood on a trembling hand. Pages torn where the name should be, like something erased deliberately. The candles burn, but they cast no light. just shadows that twisted out of sight. And I swear I saw my own face there, in the glass of a shattered prayer. A man in black stood behind the pew, said, "Son, you don't know what you're going through." But when I turned, there was no one there, just a smell of smoke and the poison air. The walls were breathing slow and deep, like they'd been awake for centuries. And every crack in the stone confessed that something inside would never rest. These are the secrets of the old church walls, where the righteous fade and the silence calls, where prayers don't rise, they sink and drown in the hollow heart of a godless town. Oh, I came for truth, but I found decay, where every answer just slipped away. And the deeper I look, the more I see the church is alive, and it's watching me. Beneath the altar, a hidden stair carved into darkness like it was always there. Each step I took made the echoes scream, like I was falling inside a dream. The deeper I went, the older it felt, like time itself had started to melt. And carved in the stone were names I knew from lives I never thought I'd live through. There was a room with a cross upside down and a mirror that showed no one around. But when I blinked, I saw myself with hollow eyes and someone else. And I heard them singing beneath the ground, not words, just sorrow wrapped in sound. Like every confession that was ever denied was still alive and couldn't die. The air got tight, the dark got thin, like something was waking up within. And I knew right then I should have run, but the door was gone, the turning undone. These are the secrets of the old church walls, where the righteous fade and the silence calls, where prayers don't rise, they sink and drown in the hollow heart of a godless town. Oh, I came for truth, but I found decay, where every answer just slipped away. And now I know what the whispers mean. The church remembers everything. Now I sit where the altar once stood tall, listening to nothing that sounds like it calls my name in echoes that never end, like time is folding back again. The world above feels far and small, like it never mattered at all. And I wonder if I was ever free, or just another part of its memory. The bell don't ring, but I still hear a sound that was never meant for ears. And the old church waits in stone and breath, guarding secrets that outlive death.
There's a place where the wind won't stay, where the ground remembers every name, and the branches don't bend with time, they just wait for a reason to climb. The moon don't shine it on the stairs, at all the things that once were there. And the air feels thick like it knows the tale of the hanging tree down by the trail. First heard about it when I was a child, from voices low and eyes gone wild. They said don't go where the roots run deep, where the dead don't rest, they only sleep. But I grew up with a restless heart, and warnings only tore me apart. So I followed the road where the shadows lean leaned into the silence of evergreen. The forest closed like a shutting hand, pulling me into forgotten land. And every step on the twisted trail felt like I was part of the tale. And then I saw it through the haze, a shape that broke the forest maze, a crooked silhouette on high, scratching lines into the sky. It's the hanging tree where the lost don't leave, where the wind still whispers what it believes, where every branch holds a memory of the ones who came but never got free. Oh, I hear it calling low and slow, where the broken shadows go, and every step that I take near feels like I was always here. The bark was black like a burned out past, where nothing living ever lasts. Names were carved in fading lines, like warnings trapped in twisted pines. I reached my hand, but the air turned cold, like something ancient took my hold. And in the silence I swear I knew that the tree was watching too. A rope still hung from a broken limb, swaying slow like a quiet hymn, not pulled by wind, not pulled by fate, just waiting patient, still and straight. And the forest seemed to breathe as one, like it remembered what was done. And every sound I tried to speak was swallowed by the hollow deep. It's the hanging tree where the lost don't leave, where the wind still whispers what it believes, where every branch holds a memory of the ones who came but never got free. Oh, I hear it calling low and slow, where the broken shadows go, and every step that I take near feels like I was always here. I saw shapes moving in the wood, like they remembered where I stood. Not quite alive, not quite gone, just echoes of a lifelong drone. A voice came out from the crooked grain, soft like sorrow, sharp like pain. It said you came here on your own, now you're part of what has grown. The ground below felt less than real, like it forgot how life should feel. And every breath I tried to take was something the tree would break. And I understood too late, there was no path, no escape. The forest doesn't let you flee. Once you see the hanging tree, it doesn't kill, it doesn't save, it just remembers what it gave. And every soul that passed its sight still walks its roots at night. It's the hanging tree where the lost don't leave, where the wind still whispers what it believes, where every branch holds a memory of the ones who came but never got free. Oh, I hear it calling low and slow, where the broken shadows go. And now I know what I've become, just another voice in the hum. Now I stand where the silence grows, beneath the weight that nobody knows. No longer running, no longer free, just part of the hanging tree. And if you ever walk this place and feel the air begin to change, don't look up, don't ask why, just let the forest say goodbye. The wind don't move, the night standing still, the tree remembers what it will, and I remain where shadows be, forever bound to the hanging tree.
The clock strikes 12 with a broken chime, like it's counting down borrowed time. The wind drags knives across the sky, and the stars refuse to testify. Somewhere distant a dog won't bark, like even sound is afraid of the dark. And the night leans in, slow and tight, waiting for vengeance at midnight. This ghost town place, with fire still burning behind my face. Same old streets, same crooked signs, but nothing here remembers mine. The saloon door hangs like a jaw half dead, swinging slow with words unsaid. And every step on the wooden floor feels like it's been stepped on before. They all stopped when I crossed inside, like the past had just arrived. No greeting spoke, no eyes met mine, just silence drawn in a straight line. I didn't come here to pray or plead, I came for the dead they refuse to bleed. And every breath that I take tonight is one more step toward the fight. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still. For the moment, I collect my will. The barkeep froze with a glass half full, like he felt the pull of something cruel. A man in the corner didn't move a blink, just watched the night begin to sink. I said, you remember what you did that day? He turned away, but the fear stayed. And every shadow in that room started breathing like it knew its doom. A memory crawled through the smoke-filled air, of blood on wood and a prayer not there, of a man left dying in the rain while they left away the pain. Now I'm not the boy I used to be, I'm what survives the memory. And every ghost that calls my name will learn the meaning of the same. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still. For the moment, I collect my will. The first man stood with a trembling hand, said, you don't understand this land, but I've seen deserts swallow men whole, and I know the weight of a broken soul. A shot rang out, but I didn't flinch. Time itself seemed to twitch, and when the smoke finally cleared the room, was drowning in its own doom. One by one they tried to run, but the night had already colder that I've hit, a quiet storm without a name, that doesn't burn, it just remains. And every face I used to know turns to ash in the afterglow, like justice wears a different skin when the midnight lets it in. It's factions at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still for the moment I collect my will. Now the town is quiet, too damn still, like it finally paid the final bill. The wind moves through what's left behind, like it's erasing every line. I stand alone where the story ends. No enemies, no friends, just silence heavy as the grave, and everything I couldn't save. Midnight fades, but the weight remains like rust that never leaves the chains. And I walk on through the fading light, still carrying vengeance from midnight.
There's a road that bends where the black crows cry, past a rusted sign where the lost souls lie. Wind cuts deep through the broken pines, like a whispered curse from another time. I was born where the river don't run clean, raised on dust and a dying dream. Mama said, boy, don't chase that flame, but I lit it up just the same. Now the sky bleeds red at the edge of night, and the past comes crawling back to life. Under a graveyard sun, I keep riding on through the smoke and the sin till the daylight's gone. Every shadow knows what I've become, just a ghost out running from a loaded gun. Hear the devil hum and the engines cry, while the angels hang from a barbed wire sky. I ain't saved, I ain't undone, still chasing that graveyard sun. Met a man with a face like a shattered stone, said he'd sell me peace if I sold my soul. He had golden teeth and a crooked grin, smelled like hell and cheap bourbon gin. I said, son, I've been down that road. He just laughed like he always knows. Then he tipped his hat and he disappeared, left me drowning in doubt and fear. And the wind whispered low through the desert sand, you can't outrun what's in your hands. Under a graveyard sun, I keep riding on through the smoke and the sin till the daylight's gone. Every shadow knows what I've become, just a ghost out running from a loaded gun. Hear the devil hum and the engines cry, while the angels hang from a barbed wire sky. I ain't saved, I ain't undone, still chasing that graveyard sun. There was a girl with eyes like a midnight storm. She could break a man, she could keep him warm. Said she loved me once in a motel room, with the neon cross and the cheap perfume. But love don't last where the wild hearts roam. It burns too fast, then it turns to stone. Now a memory cuts like a switchblade line through the veins of this life of mine. And I hear a voice when the silence screams, calling out from my shattered dreams. Says you can run, but you can't go free. There's a chain in your blood and it holds the key. Oh, the preacher man said I could be reborn, but he never stood where my soul was torn. Never felt that fire in his bones at night. Never danced with death in the pale moonlight. Now the miles stack up like a sinner's debt. Every road I take leads to more regret. There's a cross and flames in my rearview glass, and a past I know I can't outlast. Still I drive through the endless dark with a fading prayer and a broken heart. If there's mercy waiting down the line, it's a long, long way from mine. Under a graveyard sun, I keep riding on through the smoke and the sin till the daylight's gone. Every shadow knows what I've become, just a ghost out running from a loaded gun. Hear the devil hum and the engines cry while the angels hang from a barbed wire sky. I ain't saved, I ain't undone, still chasing that graveyard sun. Under a bloodshot sky where the lost ones run, I keep digging graves for the things I've done. Every mile's another nail I drive, just to prove somehow I'm still alive. If redemption waits, it's a silent one, buried deep where the cold winds come. I ain't healed, I ain't numb, still chasing that graveyard sun. So when I'm gone and the wheels don't turn, and the last match fades and the bridges burn, lay me down where the blackbirds sing, on the edge of nowhere where I've always been. Let the dirt fall soft, let the story end. No need for prayers, I won't pretend. Just a name carved out in a world undone. Here lies a man who outran no one, still chasing that graveyard sun. Still chasing that graveyard sun. A vida não pede licença quando entra pela porta. Ela chega levantando poeira, virando a mesa torta. There's a road that bends where the black crows cry, past a rusted sign where the lost souls lie. Wind cuts deep through the broken plans like a whisper